Hello, salutations. This is the third video that I'm doing in um, the this video series of a critique slash life quality life improvements. The first one was about turning buildings into admin rights, like the map room here. Um, I'm sorry, the first video was about turning buildings into admin buildings. The second video was about adding command lines to make people level 60. Um, the third video is that items. There needs to be some items added in the game, like you have there. Let me rephrase that. There needs to be um, some functionality to add dungeon variety, because what we ran into is on our server we did a I went through and I kind of tailored a custom dungeon. And came up here to the ice temple with all the ice giants, and I added significantly more ice giants. And there were six of us that ran through as a guild, and the player experience was much more challenging and a lot more rewarding, and we actually had a lot of fun because we would kind of set it up in two man groups of three, and we would attack it from different angles. And whenever you and basically I played dungeon master, and I pre-structured the dungeon, but I had to get into admin mode in order to do this. And it would have been nice if I just had an option in admin mode where I could select the dungeon and then say, dungeon temple difficulty 5, and it would have just put a multiplier on the amount of um, NPCs or giants that are in this dungeon. Because in hindsight, when you play through this, yes, by yourself, this is simple. But then once you have your thrall or your pet, this dungeon becomes extremely easy, and there's no replayability. But if you add, uh, if you go from 12 monsters in here to 40 monsters in here, now it becomes a significantly amount of replayability because of the mats that you can farm out of here. But with just the 12 ice giants, there's no replayability. You just get your 100 steel bars and the hide that you get off the ice giant, and you're like, meh, there's no point. You can just go to New Asgard, and it's a much more rewarding for your time to farm mats there. So some kind of functionality to these dungeons, to where you can increase the difficulty, not of the NPCs as far as their hardness or how hard they have. Like no more hit points, like world bosses. That is diminishing returns, and it just does not make it enjoyable. But if you add more NPCs and improve the AI a little bit, these dungeons become significantly better and more rewarding to play because of the mats that you farm out of them. Also, more like in here, I think there are four variety types of giants. Um, there needs to be at least two more. You need two more variety types of giant. Um, Maybe some that work together, like a brother and sister combo, or some type of mixture of AI that if they become in a combo, if you get those three in a combo, maybe the one has a snare, and if you pull them by themselves, they're not challenging. But then if you're dumb enough to get them to where you get them in a combo, it's deadly. Just to mix up some variety in the dungeons, because the dungeons potentially could be the strong point of the game, but they're real sterile at this point. There's not enough replayability in the dungeons. But I found if I custom tailor them and just added a bunch more of NPCs, and I probably added 40 to 50 more giants, it was a really fun experience, and I was able to tailor it to our group strength, and I realized that's the challenge. All right, thank you for watching, and that is the critique on dungeon replayability.